Hey guys, it's Fran. I'm finally back with another video. I apologize for not making a video for a while just because I've been really busy. I'm part of another show, another production, so between work and that I just have not had time to make a video. But I finally made time and I'm going to try to get the ball rolling again because I know I've been really slacking when it comes to making videos. I haven't made a video in like almost 3 weeks, I think, so it is time to get back on it. And I thought I would continue my series, how to start acting. This is part 2. If you remember part 1, you remember that I was talking about taking an acting class. With this video I decided to talk about headshots and resumes and all that stuff that can get you into doing auditions, which will probably come in part 3. Actually, yes, that will probably be part 3, is the whole audition process. But in this video I wanted to talk about headshots and resumes, so let's get right on to it. I think I'm going to talk about headshots. For headshots, you definitely need to do your research when it comes to the different kind of photographers out there, because there are photographers that do headshots, but they also do like other kinds of photography, like portraits for instance. And you don't really want to go with specifically a portrait photographer, because portrait photographers, even though headshot photography and portrait photography are very similar, there are certain criteria that headshots have to meet as opposed to portrait pictures. Headshots have to be cropped a certain way. They have to be edited in a way that doesn't make you look like you've been too digitized. You're supposed to be very natural, and because the casting director wants to see you. They don't want to see you all made up with a bunch of makeup and all of that kind of stuff. They're supposed to be very natural looking. It's really important to find a photographer that specializes specifically in headshots, specifically actors' headshots. So that's the first step, and most likely you could find somebody. If you say if you took my advice in the first video and took an acting class, it would be a good idea to ask your teacher, say, where can I go and find a good photographer to take actors' headshots? And 9 times out of 10 they're going to be able to tell you who you can go to get some headshots done. If you do find a photographer who does good headshots, it's very important to look at examples of their work. So if they have like a website or like a place where you can go on and look at their work, I would definitely do that, because you have to make sure you know what you're getting and know that they know what they're doing, because otherwise you're going to end up with a really shitty looking headshot, and you don't want that. If you don't know what good headshots look like, ask someone who has gotten their headshots done by someone and they've been able to book jobs by, you know, the headshots that they have. As far as the cost, it really depends on the photographer. You definitely want to make sure you do not pay more than you need to pay. Normally, the average headshots range between like, say, $200 to $350, $400. It just depends on the photographer and how much they charge. I paid about $200 for my headshots, and they turned out really well, but I got mine through the agency I was with, so I knew that I was, you know, it was worth the money that I was paying. So it just depends on the photographer. It depends on how much you're willing to put out for them. I know a person who got decent headshots for as low as $99. It just depends on who you know and how much they're going to charge. As far as poses and what to wear, you want to make sure you wear something very, not too distracting, something very simple, but also that really shows off your natural like body. But the great thing about headshots is that you're not going to see anything below your shoulders, because they're headshots. They're supposed to be really just about your face, so you don't really have to worry about what you're wearing as far as pants. It's really mainly what you're wearing So you want something that, you know, maybe shows off your collarbones really well if you're a girl, or your deltoids if you're a guy. It just depends on what part of your body you want to like accentuate. Don't wear a whole lot of makeup. They want to see your natural you as you are, as, you know, a person. So don't worry about putting on like lipstick and like a bunch of eyeliner and like just, you don't want heavy makeup. You want to keep it really natural. When I got my headshots done, I had a makeup artist and she went with a really natural look. I just had like mascara, some really nude natural eyeshadow, and a little bit of blush. It was really, really natural. So don't put on a lot of heavy makeup because the casting director wants to see you, not you all made up into something that you wouldn't see every day. As far as hair, it really just, you don't want to, you know, go in looking like a bum or anything. You want to have your hair looking nice, but you don't want to also have like this really elaborate hairstyle that you wouldn't wear every day. Like my hair, the way it is now, this is how I would probably get my headshot taken, because this is how I like to wear my hair right now. I wouldn't go in there with like a bunch of ringlet curls or like a really fancy updo or something like that, because that's not your natural you. So make it, just keep it simple basically. Keep it simple, keep it natural, keep it you. If you start off acting, you're not going to really have anything to put on your resume. So a resume is optional if you're just starting out. If you have a few things to put on there, put it on there. Normally you don't want to put on college things, or definitely not high school things, like college shows and high school plays that you've done. You want to put on professional stuff, but if you need to just put something on there, just so you will have something on there, you can go ahead and put college shows on there that you were in. It just depends, and that's why I say the resume is optional if you're just starting out as an actor, because you're not really going to have anything to put on the resume if you haven't been in anything. So it's really important to not really worry about a resume until you've got material to put on your resume. For the sake of this video, I will show you what a resume looks like, or at least I'll show you what mine looks like. I probably need to update it, but basically here it is. I don't know if you can see, I'll do like a cutaway shot of it, but I have my name at the top in bold, and then you have like your information like your age, your height, your weight, your hair color, your eye color, and then you have your contact information like your email address and your phone number. I don't know why this is all messed up here, but I don't know, but I would not turn it in like this because this is fucking terrible. What you do with your resume is you will kind of attach this to the back of your headshot. And there's also ways that you can like kind of have it so it's like one form. You have like your headshot on one side and your resume on the other side, just in one complete like molded paper format thing. And that's kind of the professional way you're supposed to do it. So, but yeah, that's basically it. Hopefully this video was helpful. This is my first time giving like advice about this sort of thing. That's just the gist of it. So if you guys have any questions or comments, just leave them down below. I want to thank you for watching this video, and stay tuned for part 3 because that will be coming very soon. Hopefully. Bye guys. Mwah.